everybody. Welcome in this absolutely on this beautiful day. I'm in Brielle, New Jersey, basking in a sunlight. And today we are going to be talking about something that for most of us is maybe so much unpleasant, but I would say probably something that we think we don't have to talk. Or maybe somehow, I'm sorry, I'm trying to be closer so you will be hearing me better. Subject that we are trying to avoid as long as we possibly can. But from my experience, I have to tell you that we have to talk about everything, because death is also a part of life, as part of death. So instead of avoiding it, we should face it. That's exactly what I did many years ago when I visited my native country, Poland. And I asked my father where he would like to be buried. Now, where that came from, I have no idea. I was my daddy's daughter. I love my father very much, and his funeral, his death, that will be the last thing on my mind. But you see, somehow I understood that I need to talk about this, because God forbid he will go to the other side when I'm here in America. And it may be a problem, because originally he was from southern east of Poland, and I live, and where my father was buried is northern east. So someday that would be a question mark, where he should be buried. Maybe his sister, who was alive at that time, should be somewhere closer. His parents were buried there. So I'm glad that I asked, because later, I have to tell you, it came up, the subject, at the funeral home. Why is he buried here? He should be buried somewhere else. And I could say honestly that I asked him the question, and that was his wish. So was no more a discussion. There was nothing to discuss, because once we know somebody's wishes, it's a lot easier to make decisions. So I'm thinking about this, because it's not that I'm getting older, of course, but because many people are so afraid to talk about. And I'm advocating, let's speak up. Let's be known to the others what we would like to happen, just in case. You never know. You're living home, you never know if you come back alive. So personally, I have to tell you, I don't want to be buried. That's my wish. I don't want to be buried. I don't want any funeral. I don't want anything. What I want is to be put in a pine box and burn. And my ashes spread around the places that I really love to visit. doesn't matter, in Poland or in America. But no, I don't want that grave that everybody is visiting. I don't want to come to funeral home with the open casket and looking at me when I'm dead as a doorknob, and somebody maybe made a horrible makeup. I don't want to go through this. It's been said that everybody is attending their own funeral, with no exception. So I don't want to have it. Just the way I'm thinking, the way I feel about this is we live as long in somebody's memory as we are known of something, either good or bad, but they will always be thinking, oh, that was the person who did this and this, and she was contributing, or she changed my life, or she whatever. Okay, that's how I want to be remembered. No, I don't need anything more than that. I want to remain in people's memory, and hopefully like this music, in a best, happiest way. You see, I think that it's a great, these funerals where the expensive caskets and many flowers and whatever. It's good for a business, but is this really meaningful? Yes, I would like for the people to meet whoever knew me, who were dear to my heart, and have a party. Let's reminiscence. Let's remember the good times that we used to have, what is worth to remember, and is the holiday, I would say even the holiday for those who are alive and who are reminded at that point that, you know, life eventually will end. Sooner or later, in the more pleasant or less pleasant situation. So instead of worrying about things, let's live our life. Let's be the best, and let's contribute. Let's remember in the nicest way. That's how I see my end. Love you all. Hugs, kisses, and until next time. I hope you heard me.